Brent's Drugs in Jackson, Mississippi, opened its doors in October 1946.
Hello, welcome to Brent's Drugstore. Started in 1946 and still going strong.
Alvin Brent's two children discuss their memories of their father's enterprise.
This is my father's drugstore. It's not a drugstore anymore, but it still looks like the old drugstore. They kept the booze and everything pretty much in shape.
And the day that it opened, I was at Bailey Junior High School. I thought my daddy had ruined my life opening this drugstore. We walked from Bailey Junior High School. I thought nobody would be there. And we got close, my friends and we got close and saw all the cars. My daddy is the best man in the whole world. That's my daddy's store. And I thought he'd ruined my life though.
Ever since its first days, Brent's Drugs was a successful pharmacy, and with its soda fountain, a popular gathering place.
Well, I'm sure I first came here in 1946. I'd been 8 years old. And Daddy kept it open till about 1980. And I was later than that. Daddy had this, he opened it in 46. It's now a restaurant, bar, just a good go-to place. The most famous sandwich here was probably an egg and olive sandwich that a real nice black lady literally invented. And then also invented here was the cherry coke, which there was a lady here that you kind of followed Daddy around from downtown. Her husband was a World War II veteran, died, and she stayed with and worked with Daddy for many, many years, worked behind the soda fountain.
What's her name?
Edna.
And it's also been in a movie, The Help. Yeah, and it was also written up in the book, The Help.
This store was our hangout after high school. Murrah, Bailey, Central, we all came in here after high school, and it was so full you couldn't get around. And then the famous thing was cherry cokes, egg and olive sandwich, milkshakes. And then we got to be 15 years old and we got driver's licenses. And unfortunately after that it was the Dutch Bar and the Shamrock.
Top 27 bars in the country. The apothecary in the back.
In the back room of the drugstore, Mr. Brent set up a tavern, which today is a very popular meeting place, winning multiple awards.
Back in the 50s, it was a different world, you know, but Daddy had two black soda jerks working behind the soda fountain named Ned Sweeney. And they were both in high school. They were my age, you know, I was in high school in the 50s. And they're both dead now, but one of them came up to me not too long and said, "Doc, I want to tell you something." I said, "What is that?" "Your daddy sent me and my brother to college." And they both went to college and both did well with it. But I think that's a neat story. Back in the 50s he did that. Blacks couldn't sit at the soda fountain, you know. It wasn't just a drink, just everywhere, you know, they sat elsewhere or somewhere else, but he sent them to college. And also at that time, buses halfway back had a sign that said colored and white. White people sat up front, colored people back. But anyway, all that changed and Daddy was part of it.
Yeah, and there are a couple of pictures of me up there as a young girl that I'll show you before you leave.
He used to keep Playboy magazine under the counter and you'd have to ask for it and they'd reach under and get it out. And he'd deliver drugs all over town, you know, and these two young black guys I just talked about, they would drove the delivery truck. They literally had keys to a lot of houses. People let them in, they go in, leave the stuff up.
And my doc kept him a fifth of bourbon hidden back there, and several times during the day, every day he'd go take a little shot of bourbon, wait on people. He'd be in jail now. Yeah. Yeah.
The food is excellent, such as this Cobb salad, burger and fries, and onion rings, all at quite reasonable prices.
My daddy would be so proud, you know.